Alright, we're back in this. This is my Grixis Amass deck. I played a few games, the mic wasn't recording, and I fixed the issue. So this is the real video, guys. Yay! We're figuring this stuff out, and I'm new to the whole OBS thing, and it just wasn't working, but there we go. There we have it. So, we're gonna do this. Actually, I like that play, and yeah. So now what we're gonna do? We're going to actually. Do I want to eat a card out of his hand, or would I like to draw cards myself? I think I want to eat a card out of his hand. That's what I think. Oh, you've got some stuff. Whoa, you've got some stuff. Well, um, I don't like any of these cards. Like none of these. Ghostly Prison doesn't hurt me as much because I'm really only attacking with my thing. So I'm gonna get rid of the angel there. Ghostly Prison doesn't hurt me as much because I'm really only attacking with the um, what's his name with the token. So that's honestly fine. What I'll do is I'll return you because I don't want to have anything to do with any of that. Okay, that's fair. You're playing Orzhov. Essence Channeler. In response, I will flash in an Orcish Bowmasters. There's the Bowmasters. Alright, so we'll do this. Uh, we'll do this just so you have to use murder on the Gleaming Overseer before you can touch the zombie army. So pacifism. You just pacifism? Okay. Well, I still get and there's my finisher. At this point it might pretty much just be over. You're gaining a lot of life, so you might be able to keep up with the token. Now, what is the word on this? Sacrifice a legendary creature or legendary artifact. You don't have a legendary creature or artifact, my friend. So you may not. I am going to do this just because that seems like the. I could have attacked with Sauron, honestly, but yeah. This is tough for you to come back from. Ghostly Prison. Uh, I want to counter that because even though it doesn't really hurt me, I still would rather just not have it on the field if I can help it. So, yeah. Now I'm kind of snowballing in a way. I will Expressive Iteration because this card is really, really good in this deck. Um, I'll do this. I'll do this. And that kind of goes because I don't really need another Sauron. You don't have any legendaries, so it would be very hard for you to get rid of it. Now you can block, but you'll have to double block. And you don't. My ring bearer, you. The creature's greater power. So that's good. Now you can't block creatures with greater power. Oh, I can do a lot of shenanigans. I'm gonna eat some cards out of your hand then, because yeah, you just get some cards yeeted out of your hand. Star Charter? Oh, you're playing bats, some kind of bats, something? Um, I'll take that. I'm not sure exactly what to take there. I don't really know. But yeah, cleric class. So I just amass every time you play anything. I amass, and that token is looking huge. That token's looking very nice and thick. Uh, all right. So we're going to actually, you know what? We'll do this. Don't want to eat the remaining card out of your hand. During your turn, opponents can't cast spells or activate. Yeah, no. That has to go. I don't. Yeah, sure. As bad as it is to get rid of my last, so I have three, or I only have three. Um, yeah. You took it. Advance the ring on that one more. Yeah. I sure. And that's what this card does. It's hilarious. And I pretty much just win unless you have a response. And I would imagine you being salty. You are a white player, and white players generally kind of famously hate anything Grixis or anything with black in it at all, really. Um, I'm gonna discard. Actually, I don't need that land. It comes into play tapped. It's got menace. You got a double block. WWW. Oh, you triple block it. Hold on, that's 6, 9, 10, 11. Oh, no. Okay. It doesn't have trample, so I don't quite know why you um did that, but you gotta top deck something good. You gotta top deck a board wipe. Excuse me. Pacifism, that's fine. Oh, the ward anyway. Yeah, you don't have a legendary creature to sack. Or sack a legendary creature or enchantment, I think it is. Yeah, but you know, that's just funny. That's straight funny, dog. That's straight funny. So yeah, this deck is really underrated, I think. To be honest with you, I think it's an underrated deck because I don't know. It just seems underrated to me. Like, how aren't people playing a mass decks? Like, if you build it properly, it can be very good. I built like a control-y kind of version of it, and it's stupidly good. I'm stopping what my opponent's doing while at the same time getting my game plan online, which is just make a big creature in the process of countering my opponent. I just don't know. I just don't get like why people aren't playing it. Is it slow? I guess because it kind of is. Um, I will eat a card out of your hand. Let's see what you got going on. Angel. Oh gosh. Okay, I don't like Elish Norn, and I don't like Archangel Elspeth. I don't like either of those cards. Ugh. Well, Elish Norn will immediately destroy any token that I try to create. So yeah, I need to amass my token to be big enough so that any future Elish Norn you draw, should you run any in your deck, will make it so that Elish Norn can't get to my creatures. Uh, I guess because yeah, Uh, we'll do this. Put one of them into my library. Doesn't matter. I'm gonna ditch this. I think this is just better. Uh, you could double block it, but I'm gonna X-nay. I'm not gonna attack. I probably should have, but I don't know what I'm doing. I'm new to Magic the Gathering, sort of. I've been playing for like 5 years, so there's people that have been playing for a lot longer that know stuff, but we'll just see what's going on. I'll do that. You can reveal your hand to me again, my good sir. I'll take that out of it, and I'm going to callous dismissal the Gala Greeters. Even though that's the cheaper of the two, that card's really annoying, and so hold on. Non-land permanent. So I could have returned the Primal Vigor, which I probably should have done. Chitter Spitter. What? That's funny. You're playing some type of a squirrel something. I don't know what you're doing. Um, you should have blocked. Like you don't want to ever take 9 damage if you can help it. Oh, you're like I could have countered that. Actually, now that I think about it, I could have countered that. Uh, I'll counter this. It doesn't really matter, but I'll counter it just to sort of try and seal the deal. Okay, so I angered the Hornet. Well, no, more like I angered the cute little bunny rabbit. He's still mad at me, but I know discard. Yay! Everybody's so excited about discard, but that's what this deck does. Runs discard and counter spells, and it amasses, and it's powerful. And if I ever get Sauron on the field, it's pretty much over. Sauron, people don't know what Sauron does, so they don't stop it. But if you know anything about this deck, Sauron is like an immediate answer card. You got to immediately have an answer to Sauron. That was not drawing a card, I don't think. So okay, so you make two 2/2s, and you can say gain 2 life or whatever. Put +1 I would put +1 counters on things. That's just kind of like what I would do. You're making it. You're trying to make it so that I can't attack um with my orc army, not because you know, not because you can kill it if I block, but because I need to block her up because it does just enough damage to where I would want to block it up in case you do attack with it, you know. Okay, and you're just okay, you're burning me with the whatever the mayor card is. So I need my board wipe. I need a board wipe, and I have a few in this deck, but that's what I desperately need. And yeah, that won't do it. And yeah, that won't do it. We'll go on. That won't do it. And it'll just burn me with whatever next turn, or just attack with everything, or whatever. Yeah, that won't do it. I kind of had fun that match. I'm not gonna lie, it was kind of fun because I got to see your deck and see what it did. So I'll give them a like kind of thing on that. Even though I lost, I had fun. because it it was different. It was a little unique. I haven't seen the deck quite like that. I've seen Gala Greeters, and as a very popular Timmy card, but I've never seen it used like that before. So that's very cute. Okay, a lot of 4 cost cards. 2 Torments of Golem and a 4 of Orcs, but you don't often have 4 lands, and I like 4 lands because maybe it's the green player in me. I'm definitely I like Simic and I like Jund and I like Temur. Temur, Jund, and Simic are like my 3 sort of favorite things. And I play other color combinations occasionally. I don't generally like to play color combinations without green in them, like Grixis or Jeskai, but um I will occasionally, and yeah, I could bounce something back to the hand, but what would be the point? You do 1 damage, your effect is like not relevant. Oracle of the Alpha. Put the power of 9 into your. Okay, that's cute. And I actually don't want to return that to your hand because then you get the power of 9 again in your deck. So I'm going to Torment of Golem your hand. And I just want to see Blood on the Snow. Are you serious? These two suck. These 2 cards are horrible. And then you show me a board wipe. And I'm like, now what do I do? Really? Okay, take the board wipe. I don't. The other stuff is hell. I don't want. I don't want. See, 'cause now you play that. And I don't want. I don't want. No. You're good. Okay. I'll swamp. I'm going to Foray of Orcs. And I'm going to get rid of Oracle of the Alpha. Just because you're a flyer. And this is annoying. Blood Vial Purveyor. What? You're really annoying. The what's his name? It's really helping the Howling Minds. Trample. 2. No, I think what we obviously need to do, we need to bounce this. Here's the Chad move. Bounce this back to the hand. Torment of Golem. Um, and we get rid of it. Yep. So what is it? 4? You don't have 4 black yet, so yeah. You don't. Oh, you will though. I want to get rid of Tasha. Oh, you want Tasha to stick around. Oh, you really want Tasha to stick around. Create a treasure. That's very cute. You'll be able to play this card, which my restore steals the blood in the snow. Okay. And you get that back. Fair enough. Fair enough. So what we do here, I think we pay the 2 life for that. I will Gallus Dismissal you. Get you there. I will um um I will do this. And I'm gonna sack. Okay, I'm gonna discard you. Yeah, that's fine. And I've got a callous dismissal for when you play that card. Oh, it's the blood tokens. I could activate those. What are you? That's totally fine. Okay, you Phyrexian Obliterator, which is totally cool. Oracle of the... Oh, you have another Oracle of the Alps. You put the power 9 into your deck again. That's cute. That's very cute. So you get all the like Mox Amber, Ruby Amber, and all that stuff. Or Mox Amulet or whatever it is. Like all the stuff that like the 0 cost artifact to like reduce stuff's cost. I will pay the life for you. I'm going to I'm not going to do that. Honestly, no. I'm just gonna leave you up. I'm gonna leave you up because I want to counter the Purveyor if you play it. Mox Pearl. White cards cost less. Or no, you add yeah, that's why I left this up. For that reason alone. Okay. Will you attack with the Phyrexian Obliterator? You will not. Which is weird to me. I desperately needed blue mana. Thank you for that. I am going to... Okay, there's nothing I can really do there. So... What I will then do is I'm going to dismiss you. Um, you're dismissed. Uh, at ease. Case is adjourned. Um, and then I think what I'll do, I'll discard this. Okay, that's great. And I have not drawn. Oh, does this deal? Okay, it does. And so I want to be careful of that because if I foray of the orcs Phyrexian Obliterator, I'll have to sacrifice these 2 creatures. Foray of orcs. Oh, foray of orcs deals that damage, not the creature. Okay. Foray of orcs. Okay, so you get all of my bowmasters, which is hilarious. Actually, that's funny. You get 3 bowmasters triggers. Uh, you get all of my orcish bowmasters, which is funny to me. You don't know what orcish bowmasters does? You just target me, yeah. Um. Okay, foray of orcs deals that damage. Oh, it's a source. Well, I might as well try to protect it. Oh, okay. No, good game. Yeah, that's a blowout. Yeah, that's a blowout. Yeah, that card was really hard for me to deal with. Yeah, that was it. That was it. That's a really good card. but it costs 4 black, so it's like you have to be running a deck that plays a lot of black. It's not like 1 black and 4 and 3 colorless where you could splash it or anything. You have to run 4. You have to be playing black. I want to see what Oh, we're good. All right. Ooh, yee. Well, we got some stuff that don't want to express. Sure. This goes into my hand. This goes back to my library, and I don't care about the land, so it's whatever. All right, we're gonna swamp, and yeah, we're just gonna swamp. We're gonna swamp it up. So we don't know what you're playing, but you have a 149 card pile of who knows what. I don't even know what, but you rarely play against these kind of decks, but you do occasionally. You do occasionally. It generally likes to pair other people playing these crazy kinds of decks with other people playing these kinds of crazy decks. Okay, so you're playing zombies. Why can't I do that? Oh, it's a sorcery. That's why. Okay, fair enough. I gotta read my own fucking card. We're gonna do this. So you gotta replay it if you want to have it or use it or whatever. I should have held up something for Saruman's trickery, but I don't know. Now you have decisions you want to make. All right. Now you've got some decisions to make. I don't. Here's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna foray of the orcs. Yeah, I'm gonna foray of the orcs. That you should be a zombie and an orc now. Good game. Okay, we're gonna foray of the orcs. That. So clawing torment and can't block. That's fine. I don't really care too much about that. I want some color fixing, so I'll play that. I don't really care about that too much. Sacrifice creature. Um, I am going to go for this. Um, Graveyard Recursion is kind of annoying, and I guess I don't know what else to go for. I really don't know what to go for. I don't know. You're playing a zombie deck, which I want to make a zombie deck in Modern. Most of the good zombie decks in Modern, or at least the ones that I say good, or the best, highest rated ones, are Orzhov zombies. And I really wanted to make Dimir zombies, but Orzhov will have to do, I guess, for Modern. So, yeah, that's really. He's thinking Virus Beetle. Okay, that's an automatic discard of Steam Vents. The land would have been nice, but I honestly, I would like to have the other cards. That's totally fine. Blood Crypt. That is alright. You can block with the Virus Beetle. And that's good. Yep. You block with the virus beetle. So now I don't know what to commentate on. Like I'm not good with commentary. I'm just like, what does he even have? Like I don't. He's playing something with zombies, mono black zombies. It looks like. He is playing 100 and something card deck, so it's possible that he just didn't draw into his other colors if he has any other colors. But yeah. Return target creature card. Oh, it does eat a card out of my hand for sure. But sorry, I was about to sneeze there. Okay. It does eat a card out of my hand for sure, but you know, it's not you know, not the end of the world. You want to get back to the virus beetle and make me discard again, which is cute, but you are roping, which I think means that I win. However, you are hovering over your cards, which means that you're thinking about something. Okay, and does that stick? It does stick, so that's game. Most likely. Yeah, you have to sacrifice a legendary creature. Which I mean, you like sacrificing creatures in this deck for sure, but do you it has to be a legendary, which kind of sucks for you. Yeah, you're reading it like, is there anything I can do about it? No, once Sauron sticks, that's kind of it. That's kind of the game. Because anything you do amasses me. Anything you do, I amass. Pretty much. Where you cast a spell. So, you can activate abilities, and that doesn't amass. But, you're the ring bearer. And I only have one card in my hand, and it's a lowly Dreadhorde twin, so I will say yes to that. I get a fresh hand, or let's say 4 fresh cards. Vizier, okay, so you amass as well. Alright. Well, that's a problem for me because yours is Death Touch. So you literally just threw in everything that said it goes with zombies. You just 4 copies of all of those in my deck now. That's I see what it is you did there. Okay, 4A of the orcs. Um that's what I needed desperately because I need to just get rid of the Death Toucher. And now you have to block with that. Yep. At least you block with that. So some people don't and they're like, "Oh, oops." Or like they like just give up too early. You could have an answer. I don't have hexproof or nothing like that on my token, and my token's what you need to get rid of because sure, like the Dark Lord can be annoying, but it's not like it makes a token, and that exiles a creature. I'll exile Sauron because I have another one, so it's fine. You're confused as to why I exiled Sauron, but um, you'll definitely see. Uh, I had another one, so you gotta have a way to deal with it. Do you? Oh, you can just sack your creature draw cards. Oh, or whatever this thing is. Yeah, I had another one, so yeah. And this deck is really hilarious. It's secretly it's very good. It's really really good, and it's easy to make too. You know, and it's budget sort of in a way because a lot of these cards, Sans Bowmasters and Sauron, are commons or uncommons. There's very little rares in this deck, and there's very little mythics. The only mythic I have is Sauron, and the only rare I have, I believe, is Orcish Bowmasters. Um, so yeah, I'm gonna show you guys the deck after this because I really believe in this deck. I believe, I believe, I believe I can fly. Anyway, but yeah, no, this is no, this is good. Yeah, this is good. This is good. Resolve. Oh, I win. If you don't have anything to stop this, it's game because that gives it menace. Yeah, good game. Good game, guy. Everything to stop that. It gives it menace. Nah, it gives it menace. Hey, and we got there. Woo woo. Yeah. That's what this deck does, alright? That's what this deck does. And you guys were here for it. Huh. Alright. So I'm going to show you guys the deck list because it is popping. This deck list is something else. Alright, so that's what I'm showing you here because that's what's up. Alright, you gotta look at this. Check this. I'm gonna start doing this for all my videos. I don't know why I didn't for some of them, but I'm gonna start doing this for all of them. Callous Dismissal. Three of those. Return target non-land permanent to its owner's hand. Amass zombies 1. Orcish Bowmasters. If you don't know what Orcish Bowmasters does, you've been living under a rock. However, this is the eroded arena only version. Actual Orcish Bowmasters is much more broken. So this version has flash, and it says whenever an opponent draws a card, except the first one they draw on each of their draw steps, Orcish Bowmasters deals 1 damage to any target, and then you amass Orcs 1. Orcish Medicine. Target creature gains your choice of lifelink or indestructible until the end of turn. Amass Orcs 1. The important thing about this you have to note is that it gives it indestructible and lifelink. Also, it amasses 1. Those are important things, but also it is an instant. So you can protect your creatures beautifully with this. Expressive Iteration. Again, just any deck that is it or runs colors which have is it. This is a good card to put in it. Sans like maybe 5 color decks because the cards you run in a 5 color deck that's tight. What kind of cards you can run in there? But if you're running a 3 color deck with is it as one of the 2 colors or just is it right? This deck is or this card is one you want to run. Look at the top 3, put one of them into your hand, one of them in the bottom of your library, and exile one of them that you can play this turn. So yeah, you just like it really helps with fixing your cards. It's amazing. Saruman's Trickery. Counter target spell, amass orcs 1. Again, it's a counter spell, which is like, stops my opponent from doing stuff, but it amasses orcs, so it helps our game plan of amass. Okay. Toll of the Invasion. Target opponent reveals their hand, you choose a non-land card from it. That player discards that card, amass zombies 1. 3 cost, that's pretty good. There are other alternatives that are better, Thoughtseize, whatever, all that kind of stuff, but they don't amass. And this amasses, so it's like helps our game plan at the same time. Honor the God Pharaoh. As an additional cost to cast a spell, discard a card, draw 2 cards, then amass zombies 1. That's good. It draws us a card, we get rid of a card we don't really need. It draws us 2 cards, and we amass zombies 1, so more amassing. Gleaming Overseer, when it enters the battlefield, or in this case it says enters, same thing. Amass zombies 1. Zombies you control, zombie tokens you control, have hexproof and menace. So yeah, it makes it so they have to deal with this first, and if they don't deal with this, they can't deal with my zombie token unless they have a board wipe or something that doesn't target. And then it has menace, so they have to have two to block, and sometimes they might not want to block with one of them because they want that creature for some plan of theirs or whatever. So this is kind of a good card. The Torment of Gollum. Target opponent reveals their hand. You choose a non-land card from it. That player discards the card and you amass orcs too. So this is like Toll of the Invasion, but it costs one more mana. Instead of amassing zombies, you amass orcs, and it's amass two instead of one. So for an extra mana, you get an amass two instead of one. And that's just good. These two combined are really, really helpful. Um, and I often find that I survive that long in Historic. If this were modern, I would have to get really lucky with Toll of the Invasion or have a really ridiculous expressive iteration Toll if this were modern, but it's not. So, oh, sorry, we have Dreadhorde Twins. We have this at 2. All the other ones were at 3. Actually, Gleaming Overseer was at 2, sorry. This is the next one that's at 2 mana. Or, sorry, not 2 mana, 2 copies. When Dreadhorde Twins enter the battlefield, the mass zombies 2, and zombie tokens you control have trample. Trample is good in some circumstances, but it's not, like, always useful. So I have 2 of these. It's good. And it helps get, behind some creatures that are kind of annoying. Foray of Orcs. This is a really good card for this deck. Amass Orcs 2. Foray of Orcs deals X damage to target creature and opponent controls, where X is the amassed army's power. So that's just stupid. It gets rid of a lot of stuff. Like, I've blown up, like, Galtas and stuff with this before. Like, it's kind of nuts. They think, oh, you're playing a little cute token deck. Oh, I win because I have this giant creature and you're not going wide enough. And it's like, oh, but my token's actually bigger than your creature. And I just killed it with this thing. It's dumb. Okay. Widespread brutality. This is the board wipe. I only have one of these cards in my I only own one of these cards, so there's only one in here. Once I get more copies of this card, I'll put more in this deck. Somehow, I don't know what else I would get rid of. This deck's tight as it is, but this card's really good. Amass Zombies 2, and the army you control deals damage equal to its power to each non-army creature. So that's non-army creature. Not It doesn't say an opponent controls. So it deals damage to your creatures too. Keep that in mind. So yes, it will get your creatures too. Now the big boy, Sauron the Dark Lord. If I get this out, it's game over. It's just I win. If this thing resolves, there's not much they can do about it. It has a hefty, and very hefty, but also very weird and very strange ward cost. You sacrifice a legendary creature or a legendary artifact. Like, huh? Okay. Since when are they gonna have one of those? They often don't. Like, it's rare that they have a legendary creature, and when they do have a legendary creature, they want that creature. So me forcing them to sacrifice to deal with this, it just puts me so far ahead. I mean, this card is the Stone Cold Nuts. Um, Thanks to CGB. If you watch CGB's channel, thanks to him for that phrase, Stone Cold Nuts. That's where I learned it from, anyway. When he trolls Rarin. Anyway, so whenever an army you control deals combat damage to a player, the ring tempts you. Whenever the ring tempts you, you may discard your hand. If you do, draw 4 cards. This is good if you have like 1 card in hand, 2 cards in hand, or maybe you have a card of 4 or 3 cards, but they all just kind of suck. This is good for that, man. And you put the ring bearer thing on your army so that creatures with greater power can't block it. And then you can give it menace, so it's like it just it's just great, and you can draw cards, and if you get like you get just it's just dumb. All right, as for our land counts, 3 islands, 4 swamps, 3 mountains, 4 watery graves, 4 steam vents, 4 blood crypts, and 4 Xander's Lounge. Oh, the other thing I will mention is I have 3 Saurons. I will add a 4th Sauron when I get another Mythic wild card, probably, because Sauron is just that good, and I often, by discarding cards and bouncing cards back to the hand and countering them, uh let's see, yeah, countering them, bouncing them, or whatever, discarding them, often, right, I survive until that, turn 6, and this isn't modern, which I play IRL. If it were, I'm never resolving this card in modern, but in historic, you can absolutely resolve this card. I would wager, and I don't know about this, it's kind of crazy, but I would wager, I would bet, you could also probably resolve this card in Timeless. Crazy, I know, call me crazy, but you probably could. Um, yeah. So that's the deck. Grixis Amass. It is 61 cards, one extra card because I couldn't figure out what I wanted to get rid of for that extra card, so there's just 61 instead. Uh, you know, it doesn't affect anything really if you have 61 cards. Like if you start to get to like 63, 64, 65, you're like, now you probably want to trim some cards. But 61, you're good to go. It's totally fine. Never say never. Alright, well, that's this video wrapped up. Like and sub if you want. I'm not telling you what to do. And see you in the next video. Peace.